T-shirt, $10. T-shirt, $10. T-shirt, $10. How about T-shirt? $10. How about T-shirt? $10. $10.
Another?
Huh?
Yeah. I'll come back and stay with you.
Okay, later. See you later. But I just got out here today. I haven't been here no more about an hour.
You were late. You were here last week, though?
I was here last Friday.
Really?
Yes.
And how did it go?
It was fine. Business was fine.
Why do you think people are buying these?
Well, some of them want them for souvenirs. And some of them probably, you know, they love him because, you know, he's a hero. So that's why they're buying them. They still have confidence in him.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be proven that he's guilty. So we don't know till the outcome.
I agree.
Yes.
Did you make these yourself?
No, I didn't. My son does it. My son makes them. He does screening on T-shirts.
So, is this the first sort of event that he's made things for? Or is he?
No, he made it for other events.
Like what?
I don't know because it's different things he made it for. Different events he made it for. Rose Bowl, different things. Yeah.
Sorry, what? Yeah, for son. Let me get a couple.
$10. $10. $10 right here. T-shirt, $10. Okay. $10. About, yeah. How about T-shirt?
Huh?
$10.
$10?
Yeah. Buy one, you're on camera, you're on candid camera. Buy one and show your picture buying one.
Can I see this one?
Yeah. You want this one over here? Okay.
I want to take some to my country in Trinidad.
Yeah.
How do it look?
Yeah, that looks nice.
Look nice?
Nice.
Can I see this one?
Yeah. There you go. Like that one better with the picture on it? All of them pretty.
Yeah, that one pretty. All.
Not today?
Not today.
What channel is this?
Channel 7.
Channel 7. Channel 7.
I'm on vacation from Trinidad,
She's from Trinidad.
Caribbean Island, and I can't pass this. Couldn't pass this. Hi, Trinidad and Tobago. This is Sheila.
You know.
Don't take a picture of me. The FBI is looking for me.
Oh.
I'll buy one. I might come back for 2 more. They're going to Indiana.
All right then. You want this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's a little space in there, Richard. Think that'll work down in there? Thank you for letting us do Sorry.
Well, now,
Okay.
Talk to this lady here.
yes.
Talk to me. Can you just tell me why you're selling these t-shirts?
Well, for one reason, I'm doing it for to make money, and I believe, you know, things that have to be proven that he's guilty. You know, I don't know if he's guilty or not. I wouldn't say I'm supporting him.
Why are you supporting him? There seems to be so much evidence that he's...
Well, he's a hero. I mean, and, you know, he's been our idol, so why shouldn't we?
Can you think of any way to explain that he's innocent? Do you have any theory about what might have actually happened?
No, I haven't. I haven't the slightest idea.
But you strongly believe that
He could be innocent. I don't know. I hope he is.
good member of the jury?
Well, what?
Would you be a good member of the jury?
I don't know. I don't know if I will or not. Maybe.
Tell me about how many t-shirts you've sold and how long you've been doing it. And
I've been selling t-shirts with my son about 3 years.
so
With-
this obviously isn't the only kind of t-shirt.
No, we have other kind of t-shirts he does.
Like what else do you sell?
Well, when
All right, go ahead.
No, I want to ask you, why is he a hero?
well, everybody love him because of people that's in sports. You know, his number is 32, and everybody loved him because he was great in football.
Was he a hero of yours for a long time? Did you watch football?
Yes, I watch football. I love to see him play.
Now tell me about the other kinds of t-shirts you sold.
He did them for Kwanzaa. You know, he did them up for different African events and family reunions.
And who's buying the t-shirts? Is it mostly tourists?
Everybody buying them for collective items. Everybody buying them up. Just like they said on TV, they was going out by his mention, you know, just to have something to say they went there. So he come here, they want a t-shirt to take back to say they, you know, have something for a souvenir.
There's something a little bit morbid about it.
It could be. I don't know.
Would you buy one of these?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Actually, can you say your name and spell it for the camera?
My name is Anita Starks, ANNITTERSTARKS.
Thank you.
Okay.
Come on, boy.
Yeah, well, I gotta get these off to Indiana.
Well, you want the black?
I just bought one black off.
Well, that's all right. I don't have the white right now, but later on I'll have some.
Oh, give me another one of them. Like this shirt?
Can?
And these?
Uh-huh.
They're all extra large, right?
Yeah, uh-huh. All extra large. You gonna put it in that bag?
Yeah. Thank you.
It's the extra large. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Excuse me? Do you have any personal interest in OJ?
Well, I have faith in it, but I just hope he didn't do it.
And what do you think about the whole case?
I don't know yet. I just have to wait and see what the outcome gonna be.
But you're basically here for the money.
Well, yes.
How was your sale today? How was your selling today?
Well, how am I selling today?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Henry.
I did. See that
Go to me, Chip. 11:30. Go to the you guys give us more questions like you did last time. Will you recording? Drive.
First of all, show me what you're selling.
OJ, free OJ t-shirt.
Why?
Why? For the support, basically.
Why would you want to support this guy?
Because I think he's innocent.
Why?
Because he's been tried in the media, you know. He hasn't had a fair trial yet. You guys tried him before he can get into court, and you made him look bad. So this t-shirt, I feel, is a little bit of support.
But don't you think that the prosecution made him look bad? I mean, they've put out all this evidence that makes it look pretty bad for OJ.
Not solid evidence, though. Circumstantial evidence.
Blood on the driveway.
It's 4 types of blood. Don't matter.
Do you have like a theory of what you think might have happened, or how it could be that he's innocent? What may have happened that night?
What may have happened? Maybe she got into something that she couldn't handle, you know? Maybe it was her fault. And because he's the husband, they went straight to him. I don't think he has anything to do with it at all, you know?
Why do you think he hasn't said so, or his lawyers haven't said?
Because that's his best defense, to be silent right now. You know, they have to have their evidence, and they have to present it at the right time, you know? Because, you know, the court is a game, you know? It's a game that they're playing, and they can't make any mistakes. They got to do it right.
How long have you been out here?
Today?
No, just since this whole thing started.
A few days.
In a few days.
A few days.
And how many t-shirts have you sold?
How many t-shirts have I sold? Harold, how many t-shirts have I sold? About 500? At least about 500.
Who's buying them? Tourists?
Police officers, detectives, district attorneys, and just regular people. The media, like you all, everybody's buying them. I've sold to maybe 10 different DAs up here.
Now, okay, so if you're saying the media tried this guy unfairly, and they're buying the T-shirts. Do you think that's kind of hypocritical?
Well, the system's hypocritical. So, you know, it's crooked. You know, it's all crooked. I mean, you have the DA up there, they're trying to prosecute him, then they sneak down here and ball a T-shirt up, ask me to ball a T-shirt up, and slip me the money. So you answer that yourself, you know?
You're making good money, though.
Not really. It's not for the money. It's for the support.
What happens?
Excuse me?
What happens if it turns out that he is, beyond the shadow of a doubt, guilty? I mean, can you believe that that's a possibility?
No. I figure that they'll be letting him out really soon because the evidence that they have is only circumstantial, and the type of attorney that he has, Shapiro's so good he can say he did it and would win. So I figure he'll be getting out really soon. Then we have the Juice is Loose T-shirts. That'll be the next issue.
Can you just say your name and spell it for the camera?
John Dixon. John Dixon.
J-O-H-N.
Yeah, John Dixon.
I'm with him.
Oh, you're with him. You're selling to him. Yeah. Do you have a theory as to what might have happened that night?
Well, the only thing I have to say is that we've had several serial killers. Let's start with Charles Manson. You know, but nobody said, give him the gas chamber, give him the electric chair. First, they brought him into the courtroom. They found out that he had some little scheme they called...
There you go. Oh, there you go.
They had some little scheme they called Helter Skelter, and he made $1 million sitting in the jail cell. And he still sits there for the murders that he committed. And as long as they make coffee, that man will be in jail. Okay, we don't have that same type of scenario here with OJ, but yet everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon. The man has gone through most of his life being a good cosmopolitan, that is, a citizen of the world, and yet just because he was in the light, everybody says, well, look what he's done now, double murder. But they have no evidence. They haven't even matched the blood. You understand? So when we get all the facts in there, and when all of the facts are released to us, then we can show another scenario to the public. That is,
The other side. The other side.
The truth is now prevailing. That's the only thing I have to say about the situation.
But what could the other side be? Here's a guy who we know beat up his wife.
A straight setup. I mean, you can set someone up as good as what you see. It can be fabricated. It can be fabricated. I mean, you can do it, man. You can drop the blood. When he gets out of his truck, you put blood in his truck. When he leave out of his house, you put blood in his house. I mean, nobody knows at this point. But I don't think he did. I think he's not guilty.
And from what I heard, he cut his hand. Now, you know, nobody's emphasizing this. You know what I'm saying? Did he or didn't he not cut his hand? If he did, is the blood that they're talking about his own blood? Because, see, the facts only coming in a little bit here, and somebody over here on the other side adds a little bit of, what we could say, fabrication. The end result is, let's give the man a chance. He's been good for this country. He's been a good role model for a lot of blacks, whites, Chicanos. Let's give this man what he has coming. You understand what I'm saying? If we find him guilty, we got people in that courtroom that'll handle that when it becomes noted as record.
Sergeant?
So that's what I'm saying.
Sergeant?
Can you just say your name and spell it for the camera?
Come on, Sarge, come in front of the camera. He goes.
I don't know who's gonna be what.
Excuse me, officer. I'm looking for...
Say it again.
HEH2O''S.
Stands for Harold Waters.
Hey.
Give me another name.
Oh, John Dixon.
I got your name.
You got my name.
That's
how you want
yeah,
to
that's
go. You would have HEH2O''.
Let me write it for you.
Is that right?
No, it's wrong.
Hey, bring the new edition, sweetheart. Hey, come here. Demetria. Make sure you get this. Oh, here you go. Cameraman. We also have them in orange too now. Orange juice. Get it in color. There you go.
Now, don't you think that
exclusive.
in order to
Channel
set the
7.
record straight, No, I'm saying.
$20 for the orange.
There you go.
Snap one more. I got your flash. I need this.
Get up there, get up there. What's wrong? Yeah, I just... He's definitely been tried in the media. He's been tried in the media. I mean, I have never seen a case to where the man is guilty already. I mean, guilty. Before he even goes to court.
They're sitting up right now in jail, guilty for killing their parents, and they haven't gotten as much ridicule as OJ.
I know Eric Menendez too.
And here's two people
I was in there with him.
we know for a fact who have killed their parents. You understand what I'm saying? So let's give it a little chance. Let's let the system work. Let's get the facts in, and then when we get the facts in, we'll come back with this. Well, what do you think? Because right now, I think that he's being placed in a situation where he can't be exonerated because we got so many people already have said, look at the facts. There's no facts in yet. The judge hasn't said anything. You know, we're going through the preliminary, and I think that after it's all said and done, we'll still have OJ.
The one thing too, number one, the motion that they're going in for today is to drop the charges for the legal search. So that right there is eliminated. Whatever they found in that house without the search warrant is eliminated. They gotta forget that. It is eliminated. You just forget about that part of the case. The police department made a mistake. They should obtain a search warrant for that before they went in. So the police screwed it up already. They screwed it up, the media screwed it up. And then where would you even get a jury that could convict O.J. Simpson?
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't convict him.
So you can get a jury that wouldn't. I mean, if you get 12 guys like you.
He'd walk.
That's right. So it's possible.
Impossible. Because I sell these t-shirts, and I guarantee you, 99% of the people that buy these t-shirts are for this t-shirt. Only like 1% will go like this or something, but the other 99% likes the idea, and they really believe in it. So we'll see what happens, but I think that we'll win.
And I was talking to somebody at UCLA who thought because of her credentials, she could make a statement to me. And she said, well, when you have a white beater, you usually follow up behind that pattern. But listen, if you have a killer, you know, like we got Charles Manson, he didn't really kill a lot of people. You know, the Menendez brothers, they didn't kill a lot of people. But the two people that they did kill, do they have a follow-up pattern that you can follow up behind? No, they don't. So what you have to do is say that when a person snaps, when they anger, when they get to a point where they're so irate, to the point that something else just causes them to snap, then the next thing you know, you have a scenario like we have right here. I feel as though that we need to know more about the woman's history, know whether or not she had any enemies, because when you're on drugs or when you use drugs, these type of things are not,
enemies.
These things are not really brought out to the news media, but behind closed doors, people are saying, hey, what about that money that I have coming from?
What about Ron Goldman's lover? He could have had a lover, who knows? She had an ex-boyfriend, what about her ex-boyfriend? You know? Could have been a jealous lover, a jealous sissy. You know how those sissies go when they get mad? They'll kill up the world when they get mad. You don't want to get sissy mad.
Yeah,
sissies are terrible.
If you need a perfect example of that, just ask Teddy Pendergraft what happened when one of those transvestites.
Shut up, Harold. That's enough. That's enough. So once it's hit the air at 11:30, it's gonna be a drive-through service again.
What's gonna be a drive?
Last time when it hit the media,
Yeah.
as soon as it hit the media, like about an hour after, people were driving through,
And they were buying them.
buying them left and right.
Okay. That means Larry had to bring some more. I didn't have the more, like about 3 dozen.
You sold them all?
No, about 10.
So 10 dozen?
No, about 10 t-shirts. I only need now is 3 dozen.
How many?
3 dozen.
What you brought?
That's all I brought down here.
You got to make sure you don't come. Yeah, the man take them all. They want to. Well, see, I got a permit too, so I don't know what.
Yeah.
Sure, slow today up.
Yeah.
The other day, man, it was like biting real good.
Yeah. Maybe later.
Beyonce.